What's going on YouTube? James here. Welcome back to James Talks Movies, where today I am just going to be doing a review for you guys of the new and final installment of at least the Tom Cruise movies of Mission Impossible, titled Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Now, this is the 8th installment in the franchise and is a sequel to the last movie, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, and is about an AI entity which has gone rogue, and there is this bad dude, I am forgetting his name right now, but basically he has the power to the AI entity in his hands, and the IMF team, which is the one that Tom Cruise's character Ethan Hunt leads, is on the hunt to try to get the AI entity in his own hands, so then it can create a safer and better environment for everyone, and just not having that threat that could potentially destroy the world. This AI entity could end up at a certain point, at any point, if they decide to release it. They could release bombs and nukes, and obviously that could destroy all of humanity. So, to kind of get into what I think about this movie, it's a really good Mission Impossible film. Now, I've only seen a few Mission Impossible films. I think this is like the 4th one that I've seen. I've kind of skipped around from movie to movie. I saw the last one, the first one. I think I saw the 3rd one as well, and I've never been the biggest fan of them, but I feel like if you really love this franchise, you are gonna love this movie. There are some issues that I have with it though. For example, this AI entity, I had this problem with the last movie though, too, where they have this AI entity, and the threat of the IMF team really wanting to save humanity, and the main theme of this movie especially is helping those in need, and even helping those that you don't even know. And this AI entity little plot that they have, they don't really go into to kind of drive that point home. What I mean by that is you understand the implications that it might have on the IMF team, and the humanity as a whole, if they don't get this AI entity safe and in the safe hands. Also, you understand kind of the danger that it could take for the IMF team, or even for the humanity as a whole, when trying to keep it safe and keep it in the right hands. But you don't actually really understand what this AI entity has done in the past to make it so bad. You understand what it could do. You understand the implications, like I said, of what could happen if it's not in the right hands. But you just don't understand how bad it's been in the past, and kind of the development process that has happened with this AI entity that has made it such a threat, and kind of how it came to be that threat, if that makes sense. And I think diving into that a little bit more could have made the emotional aspect a little bit higher rather than just having heart-pounding action sequences and stakes to like try to get this AI entity in the right hands. But also it could have like added a little bit more emotional weight, like I said, to where it gives you something to think about when coming into that could happen in real life, and it could like give you that emotional weight that just really drives that point home. Another thing I have to talk about also is the first hour of this movie is very, very slow. It's a lot of exposition, a lot of Tom Cruise's character, Ethan Hunt, kind of explaining his plan, his thought process when going on this mission, and kind of how he's gonna do it. Talking about what happened in the last movie, that, like I said, is part one of a two-parter, and this is the second part. So it's explaining the first installment, and it also kind of has a lot of repetitive elements because it's a lot of just kind of explaining his plan to literally everyone that he knows and everyone on the team to kind of get their thoughts on it. So there's a lot of dramatic, like this is gonna be the hardest thing ever. This is gonna be not as safe as you think. Be careful, all this stuff to kind of build up the tension. And it just could have they could have cut a little bit of that first hour. Just get to the action sequences a bit sooner, and kind of make a tighter movie. A lot of the character relationships I didn't really fall in love with as well. Lots of the side characters I didn't really enjoy as much as well. And a little nitpick that I have, it didn't really ruin the movie all too much, but it's a little tonal consistency where there is logical problems in the movie, like problems with the logic, to where it's, if you want an action movie, it's really dumb fun and it's not really a big deal. But it's just lots of the logic doesn't really fit in with the serious tone of the movie. Lots of it is played for humor, like kind of almost slapstick humor. I do think that this is like the funniest of the Mission Impossible films, but there are just times where it just kind of feels out of place. Again, not too much, but it's just something that I've noticed. On the flip side also, to kind of get into lots of my positives, you have, like, a lot of the cast members do a really good job, actually, in this movie. Tom Cruise does a great job, and lots of the other cast members. And also, it's very visually interesting. The AI entity in this movie is visualized in here, and it's really fun, really visually interesting. Lots of the action sequences are heart-pounding, obviously, because it's Tom Cruise doing them. And they're as real as can be. And just the emotional weight of kind of Ethan Hunt's character arc, of him kind of reminiscing about just what he loves about going on these missions, saving people, and kind of the joy and satisfaction that he gets when knowing that he's helping people, even those that, like I said before, he doesn't even know. So that kind of helped his character arc a little bit be a little bit compelling, though since I've never really had an emotional attachment to this franchise, it was not the most interesting that it could be, but it's just something that I appreciated, and it wasn't all too bad. But with all that being said, that is just my thoughts on Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Let me know all your thoughts of the movie down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, so we can have a nice discussion in the comments. Also, in the comments, if you have any movie suggestions for me, leave them down below as well. I love hearing some movie suggestions that you guys have, so then maybe I can check them out, come on here, and tell you my opinion if a movie is worth watching or not. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification after you subscribe, so you can be notified every time I upload a new video, and you guys can continue to come on here and watch some fun movie content, and hopefully I can give you guys some awesome movie recommendations myself. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.